You know who made it.
The topic of today is never have high expectations on anyone. I came up with this topic simply because I find that as human beings, we always want to treat other people better than we would like them to treat us. And we put them above ourselves. We value them more than we value ourselves. And this is not a good thing, because once you value others more than you value yourself, you start to compromise yourself, you start to compromise your integrity, you start to compromise your self-worth, and you become a doormat, and that's not something that you want for yourself. And also, you are a human being existing in this world where everything is happening. So if you put yourself below other people, you will always come short, and you're selling yourself short. Which is why I did this topic, simply because I don't want people to not value themselves. The first thing when you're looking at value, you have to understand that value comes with expectation, and expectation is in line with entitlement. If you expect something from someone, then you always have an entitlement. So that's why I named this topic as never set high expectations on anyone. Basically, don't put people above you, because if you put them above you, then if they don't act the way you want them to act, you'll be disappointed in them, and you will think that there's something wrong with you. Maybe you're not good enough, and which is not the case. And as you become disappointed, you end up blaming yourself, and also you're going to blame the world around you, which is not something that you should be doing. The example of this comes into play when you look at people who start counting other people's money. When you're counting your friend's money, let's say you guys are going out and you're like, oh, I don't have enough money, maybe my friend has some money. You put that friend of yours above yourself. And also, I find this, some people, they do this with their parents. They would start counting their parents' money. Oh, my mother has this amount of money, my father has this amount of money, therefore I'm entitled to getting this amount of money. And it's not always the case. And you also find this, I saw recently with 50 Cent and his son. And his son is kind of entitled to what 50 Cent has done in his life. And he has become this multimillionaire, and his son is expecting him to do everything and to give him the money. He's entitled to his money, and which is not something that's supposed to be like that, because your father's money is not your money, it's his money. You have to make your money as a son. Also, it's very important to understand that no one owes you anything. I think this is one of the few things that gave me perspective, and also it was a revelation for me, because understanding that no one owes me anything, now I take responsibility for my life, and you also take responsibility for your life. You realize that, okay, everything that I do, every action that I make, I'm responsible for, and that's how it's supposed to be. You respect others, of course, and you make sure that you don't put them above yourself. You don't have high expectations from them. And I know it's very pessimistic, but not having high expectations on people, you get less disappointed when people do things that you don't approve of. So if somebody disappoints you, you're like, oh, I expected that, and you move on. It's easy to adjust. But if you put them on the pedestal, the moment they do something that you don't approve of, automatically you're disappointed, and you blame yourself for that. And it's not something that you should be blaming yourself for. Never put people above yourself, because when you also put them above yourself, which means you are giving them power over you. Basically, you are saying that they have more value than you, they should be treated better than you, and you're giving them power over you, which is something that you shouldn't do, because once you put someone above yourself, then you're basically telling them that they are worth more than you, and your worth and your self-worth is more important for me. I would say that you should be your self-esteem and your self-worth should be intact. You should never give that to anyone. And also, higher expectations also result in disappointment, as I already said. And it's also important to understand that you'll never be able to control people. That's another thing. Like, you'll never be able to control people. People will do what they want to do. And the only thing that you can do is simply respond to their actions, and also not react, respond, and make sure that this area of your surrounding is intact and is protected. Your energy is protected. You don't take the bait. You don't take any negativity. Every time when they come to you with that negativity, you don't take it, because they want you to meddle with them so that you can be dating. The analogy of the pig, where you meddle with the pig, you end up being dating with the pig, because the pig is already in the mud. And also, in addition to that, let me just add that instead of putting high expectations on people, it's always better to treat people equally, to respect other people, and not to put them above yourself. It's very important to understand that you are number one. This is your life. You are number one. You come first. Not in a selfish way that you have no respect for other people, but you come first. Whatever happens, you come first. You need to realize that. And don't look up on anyone. Don't look up on celebrities. Don't look up on rich people. Don't look up on them. And also, vice versa, don't look down on anyone. If you see a person on the streets who's starving, don't look down on them. Speak to them, treat them equally, and also learn from everyone. Learn from the richest person, learn from the poorest person. Just be a genuine human being that is willing to learn. And also make sure that you treat them as they would like to treat you. No, you treat them as you would like them to treat you. So if you know that whatever behavior you're engaging in, you wouldn't want someone to do that same thing to you, then don't do it. And if somebody proves you otherwise, then let's say you treat them nicely and then they prove you otherwise, they don't treat you nice back, then it's within your right to stay away from them. Let them stay over there. You control your own space, because you are entitled to your own space. This is your autonomy. This is your space, and no one can force you to do anything. This is your space, and you are in charge of it. And you can judge whether you want that person to come into your space or they don't come into your space. You can simply move away from them, not speak to them, don't look at them. So it's important, but I wouldn't say that do that to people. But if it gets to that point where you feel like this person is too much of a negativity in your life or in your space, they're too negative, then you can do that. You can stay away from them. It's the best way to do it. And yes, like, this is your life. Don't sell yourself short. And also, I'm just gonna add this one more thing. The people that you want in your life will come into your life, and the people who don't need to be in your life won't be in your life. So the people that should be in your life, they will be in your life. They will be attracted by your energy. And the people that don't need to be in your life, they won't be in your life. So you don't have to go above and beyond trying to impress people or trying to get them to be in your life, because you don't have to. The people who will be in your life will be in your life because they'll be attracted to you as an individual. Thank you for watching Unplugged Mindset, and I hope to see you soon.